Hello, I'm Logan. Welcome to me trying to do YouTube. Apologies for any shakiness, me getting shy in front of the camera. Still getting used to it. Not something I love to do, but something I want to push past and get used to. Currently sitting in my new Silvia S15. Project that was never meant to happen. Bit of a bad financial decision, I guess. But hey, here I am. Just going to try and do something a little bit better than I've ever done before. Raining outside at the moment, hence why I'm sitting in the car. Start show you around the car, see what we've got ahead. Just one nice short video to start with, just showing the car and what the plans are, and do a couple of little tidy up things. So she's a pretty basic Silvia. Door trims are starting to come off. Seats pretty average. Going to pull them out shortly so we can sell them. Floor mats absolutely ruined. Nismo dash, that's not mine. I've got to give that back to David, the bloke who got the car off. Gauge in the dash hole, absolutely hate it. Stereo doesn't really work. No real reception for the radio. Doesn't have Bluetooth. Going straight in the bin. Heap of plastic trims that is pretty screwed. Little light put down there means I'll have to replace that whole trim. Going to get super fussy I feel with this car, which is going to suck. But yeah, another trim over there, materials coming off. But hey, what do you do? Let's have a look at how stock this car is. Got Albert watching, probably bark the whole time whenever I'm filming. And this bloody thing. Ugh. But yeah, completely stock standard. Probably one of the most stock SRs I've seen. Pretty much completely stock standard SR, one of the most stock SRs I've been in. It's got this G-ready catch can with terrible red hoses. A turbo that's got some braided lines if you can see, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a JDM bloody T28. Would be surprised if it's anything else. Can't really see down there, but there's a oil cooler that weeps a little bit of oil, a bit messy, nothing special. Front mount, one of those old not G-ready, bloody GK Tech ones, nothing special, does the job for this. Car's only running £7, actually reasonably slow at the moment, no boost, doesn't wake up at all. And Tomei cams and a ORC clutch. Unfortunately for the car, this engine won't stay in it. Definitely the most standard SR20, well, turbo SR20 I've ever had. Unfortunately for the car, the engine won't be staying. Was hoping to get it out this weekend, but the weather's not really permitting for it. So we'll see how we go. As soon as it's out, it'll be out for sale. Not 100% what the price will be, and just say it'll hopefully sell pretty quick at the price I put it up for. Overall, the engine bay, I guess you can consider it tidy. For me, I just keep looking at all the imperfections. Holes like that, rust up the top, normal for an S15. So many lines, the ABS there, a little bit more rust over that side at the top, nothing special. Messy seam sealer, of course it was a JDM shell. It's actually not bad, no rust underneath or anything like that. Headlights that are worn out basically. The front bumper is fiberglass aero. Don't think I'll be able to find a plastic one, and I don't think I want to spend top dollar getting it. Stock wheels, stock suspension for the roadworthy. Plastic aero skirts, which is good. D-Max tail lights. Terrible ADM rear bumper with the reflectors. At least these are easy enough to remove and get rid of. And a stock exhaust. It did have a 4-inch exhaust on when I got it, took that off just for the roadworthy. This makes me upset I guess. Looking at the back window, if you can see it there, when they painted it, because it does have fresh paint, it completely covered the outside edge of the back window in orbital marks, meaning I'm going to have to replace that. Luckily enough I've lined one up. The front window, probably can't see, There's a few in the middle there, so your front window's the same. So the car's got fresh paint on it. They still made a few balls ups, which I guess happen. Easy enough fixes, but enough to irritate me while I can see them. But I'll show you. A lot of overspray in all the guards. It's just one. Stands out so bad. All the hardware's been painted over top of, so it makes me nervous to pull the skirts off and actually see what's underneath. All the locks have been painted. The seals have been painted as well. This wing mirror's actually got the weirdest cable tie set up, I guess, holding it on. Looks like it was done after it was painted as well. Another thing I have to fix. Not the end of the world, just more work, I guess. So yeah, nothing special I really want to do on the car today in this weather. Just want to pull this bloody gauge out, which I'm hoping is just going to pop out. Don't know what's going to be behind it or how it's going to be wired up. Let's see how we go. Yep, there we are. Oh, yay. Nothing too special. So just probably end up cutting them off, chucking some tape over it because the dash is going to come out very shortly. See how we go with a fixed position, so I don't have to use one of my hands to hold it at the moment, because I know the dash is going to come out as soon as I get into the car. I'm not stressed about the wiring. All I'm going to do is chuck some bright blue tape over it so I can actually remember where the wires are I've got to fix up. But when I do remove the dash, every aftermarket bit of wiring will be getting removed because it's got an alarm in it. Absolutely hate cars with aftermarket alarms. No point to them really, just something else to go wrong. And generally they drain the batteries. Chuck these on there for now. Looks like they've cut up the piping for the vent a bit behind there, but it's not a big hassle. Doesn't really bother me. The car won't have aircon, it won't have a heater. Yeah, pretty much all the creature comforts are going to disappear out of this car. See how we go. See if this new vent just pops in. Definitely not sitting perfect there, but when they get the dash out, I'll fix that up. Just feels like one bit's not clicking in properly. Could just be an illusion. We'll see what happens. Just leave it sit there for a bit. Yeah, but when I pull the dash out, we'll fix her up. Still looks a hell of a lot better than having a gauge in there, in my opinion. Alright, last job for the day. Well, that I'm going to film anyway. Move these seats. Alright, absolutely filthy. Bit of a rip down there. It's alright. Sell them off, make some money back. I don't know how I'm going to go removing these tabs with one hand. We'll see. Always nice still finding those nice plastic trims over the bolts. Most of the time they've been lost now in the older cars I'm used to playing with. And having the bolts for the seats come out and not being cross-threaded, because generally that's the case. Righty, and just like that, both seats are now out. Look way more filthy now I've got them out, but I'll give them a good clean up and pop them up for sale. Looking under the seats, pretty bloody disgusting, but yeah, more plastic covers on the passenger side, which was nice. Few spare nuts and bolts on both sides. Rear floor mats are good. Fronts are pretty much for the bin. That's okay, didn't expect that. Looking over the rear seat, which I didn't actually get a chance to look at before this. Pretty good. One little cigarette burn, but it's not bad for an old Japanese car. Thing that absolutely frustrates me, and I'll try to remember to put a picture in here at the same time, when I got the car, had a fire extinguisher mounted right here. But at the same time, they've drilled into the plastic, ruined that in my mind, and the fire extinguisher was actually cable tied in place, so if you had to get it out, you couldn't. So boom, fire, nah, can't put it out, can't actually get the cable off to get the fire extinguisher out. It'd be the most disappointing thing if your car was up in fire, going up in fire. End it there for the day. I thought the rain was coming back, but looks like we've got some sun, so let's get some more stuff out. Let's get the front bumper off and the headlights out. Let's go. See if I can position this and Try the old time-lapse thing while everything's going. Like that, started to pull the front end off. It's got to be an old vintage part, an old cast GK Tech intercooler. Got the oil cooler hiding away under here. Again, none of the stuff will stay. Disgusts me how much overspray is on the Rio bar, but that's okay. Everything's coming off, everything's getting fixed up. Disconnect the battery and then boom, that's me done for the day. Sorry about all the cuts in the video. Again, first time trying this. We'll get better. Well, maybe. Either that or the camera will go down and I won't worry about it. We'll see what happens. I'll keep trying this a couple more times and go from there.